After over 15,000 games in the U.S. Soccer Development Academy season, there's just one more left. And the final order of business after 10 months is to crown the first ever girls U-16, U-17 national champion between Nationals and Real Colorado. Hi, everybody. Welcome to beautiful Kansas City, Missouri, and more specifically, the Swope Soccer.
Ladies and gentlemen, U.S. Soccer and the Development Academy welcome you to Swope Soccer Village for the 2018 Development Academy Championships. Today's championship game is between Nationals and Real Colorado at the U-16-17 age group. Today's referee is Nicole Green. Her assistants are Melissa Gonzalez and Katarzyna Waziak. The fourth official is Eligio Aregrin. And now, the U.S. Soccer Development Academy presents Nationals versus Real Colorado. Here are today's starting lineups. First, for the Nationals. Number 1, Emma Butterwick. Number 2, Riley Fetty. Number 5, Sarah Bridenstine. Number 6, Skyla Gebauer. Number 7, Justina Gaynor. Number 9, Caitlin O'Malley. Number 13, Madeline Novak. Number 16, Ariana Yalich. Number 20, Alana Wood. Number 22, Allison Leonard. And number 44, Emily Matthews. Nationals head coach is Grunthik Chatterjee. And now, the starting lineup for Real Colorado. Number 1, Haley Makowitz. Number 3, Alexa Porter. Number 4, Lydia Totten. Number 5, Taya Schuper. Number 7, Margaret Bodie. Number 8, Alex Sandoval. She not on the roster? Number 11, Alexis Wessler. Number 12, Hannah Jola. Number 15, Ashley Buck. Number 17, Leah Bayer. Number 18, Jacqueline Lassiter. And number 21, Madison Bundy. Head coach for Real Colorado is Jared Spires. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise, remove your hats, and join us in singing the national anthem.
The last game of the U.S. Soccer Development Academy season, and we are here to crown the U-16-17 girls champion between Nationals, the number 4 seed out of Pontiac, Michigan, and Real Colorado, the number 13 seed out of Highlands Ranch. Mark Serber alongside Carter Augustine for this inaugural championship match, and with a culmination of a tremendous inaugural season here in the Girls U.S. Soccer Development Academy. And Carter, this final game comes down to two teams who play very different styles, but both have gotten the job done all year long.
Yeah, they've gotten the job done. They've reached the final, and they're battle-tested as well. Both of them winning 1-0 in the semifinals, so they've been through the wars here. And hopefully we get as good a game as we did in the first final here today in the girls' divisions. Fantastic final earlier on, and you know that this one between these two teams, it's what they've been waiting this whole season for and working towards this very moment.
Real Colorado and their traditional all-red kits with white numbers came in off the back of a 1-0 victory over the number 1 seed LAFC Slammers, breaking LAFC Slammers' 37-game unbeaten run, and the only team to shut them out in 40 games this season. And they're very efficient taking their chances going forward, this Real Colorado side.
Yeah, how impressive is that to break such an incredible run by LAFC Slammers and to shut them out, as you mentioned. The only team to do that, I think that speaks to the capability of their defending, and when you go into a final to have that in your back pocket, the ability to defend, they'll like their chances here today.
Well, it's a team that can sit back and defend, but then they're so good at taking their chances when they go forward. Their front three of Taya Schupert, Lydia Totten, and Hannah Joella, so strong. And so when they go forward, especially looking direct to those front three, they're very dangerous, this Real Colorado side. Well, for Nationals, it's a side that is so fluid in their interchanging of positions. They came through the semifinals by beating a very good San Jose Earthquake side 1-0.
Yeah, and you might have seen the game-winning goal on SportsCenter Top 10. Fantastic from the right-hand side, deep into regulation time as well. A late game winner, and you wonder if maybe that'll get their juices going here today. But as you said, this Nationals team, so capable in possession. They want to control the game with the ball at their feet. And they'll look to do that today against a Real Colorado side that can be really dangerous on the counter.
Good look at the Nationals goalkeeper, Emma Butterwick. And your referee for this evening, Nicole Green out of Michigan. She'll be flanked by Melissa Gonzalez out of Cal South on the near side. The AR2 is Kate Fasiak out of New Jersey on the far. And the fourth official in between the benches is Eligio Arguin out of Cal North. Haley Makowitz, the Central Conference Goalkeeper of the Year, and we'll be heading to the next U.S. National Team camp in the 2001 pool, which will be later this month. She made some huge saves, as you can imagine, against the LAFC Slammers. Well, Butterwick making her 35th start of the season for this national side that has 14 clean sheets in 35 games. So we're getting set for what we expect to be a real battle, as it is the same starting 11 for Real Colorado and the side that defeated LAFC Slammers 1-0.
We like to see that from the coach, confident in his starting 11, and despite having played just a couple days ago, he knows his girls will be ready to go here.
Well, the hold up right here is that there's a player who has an earring that needs to come out, and so they're going to tape it up because I believe Lexi Porter can't take that earring out. Lexi Porter and Ashley Buck have been the bedrock of this Real Colorado defense all season, was the third best in the DA during the regular season with just 27 goals conceded. Only Crossfire Premier and LAFC conceded less. And then throughout these playoffs have given up just one goal, and that one goal over the 5 games coming into this one was an own goal. So in essence, the only time they've been scored on, they scored on themselves.
And so how important is it to have this gal in the center of their back line? And you like to see that trotting out there with a little different look for her championship game, but she won't care too much. She's still on the pitch.
And you just saw Sarah Bridenstine, the number 5 for Nationals. She played right forward in the semifinals, now playing right back as we are underway in the first ever girls U-16-17 championship in the U.S. Soccer Development Academy. And right away, the Nationals looking to run. That's good hold-up play. As they get it out for the ball into the box, and it's sprayed across right into the arms of Haley Makowitz. She's committed to Clemson, Makowitz. She was a big reason why this team advanced in that 1-0 win over LAFC Slammers with some spectacular saves, as they will get the free kick. Nicole Green out of Michigan spotting a push in the center of the park.
I like the drop kick there early on from Makowitz, and she'll like to have her gloves on the ball in the early stages as well. Just dealing with that tame cross in the early stages will settle her nerves, and she'll feel like she's already into the game.
One back by Totten. Plays as the number 9. They use her as an outlet a lot, Totten, to relieve pressure. And she gets players like Hannah Joella into the attack, who gets a good cross, and it skipped just over Schubert. Nationals able to get it clear, and they win a free kick at the top of their box.
It's a good cross. You mentioned it from the right-hand side. Actually caused some problems. Bounced in the box. Wonderful delivery, and as you mentioned, Totten getting involved with the hold-up play. She splays it out to the right-hand side, and you like to see that early on. The service coming from wide right, Hannah Joella.
Long searching ball, headed away by Lassiter. And this is Schubert, the hero against the LAFC Slammers. Showed too much of it to Matthews, and it's inside for Yelich. So poked away from her. Jared Spires, head coach of Real Colorado, paying a huge compliment to this national side. He said, you know, normally you watch teams and you know who their best players are and who to key on, and he said that this Nationals team is so good at changing possessions, and everyone is so solid from position number 1 to position number 11 that you really don't know who to focus on. And the break is on here. This is Yelich. Plays it across. And the turn and shot coming in from Leonard is blocked. And the second ball flashed wide of Makowitz's goal.
Well, just as you were talking about the coach, give him the highest compliment. This team really plays as a team. They get a nice counterattack up the other way, and it's a decent chance in the end as well.
Giebauer will want that one back. She just needs to get it on target.
It's a good square across here by Yelich. Look at that, first time, wonderful pass. Just couldn't quite bring it under her control on the edge of the area. That's Leonard getting forward, and as you said, it's a decent sight at goal as well. Long ways out. We like the enterprise and the ambition to have a go early on in this game.
Schubert. Tia Schubert will also be off to the next U-17 camp later this month. It's been based on her play in these playoffs. She has been sensational for Real Colorado. Has the goals to prove it as well, Tia Schubert. 4 of them in these playoffs.
Got the game winner, I believe, as well against, as you mentioned, Slammers. She's been a key player for this Real Colorado side.
Jeremy Harkin back on the bench for this national side after he had to miss the first semifinal. Seeing his side back on their heels here is taking him on as Bodie. Tries to get it out wide for Joella. It's defended by Gaynor, but it's out of bounds for the game's first corner.
Good quick passing move there from Real Colorado as they utilize Lydia Totten yet again. They're back to goal, just laying it off for a teammate. Some good build-up play from Real Colorado, and they've earned themselves a corner.
Good look at Gronthric Chatterjee, who stepped into that coaching role in the absence of Harkin in the semifinal. Academy director on the bench today alongside Harkin. As this ball comes in, and the header will go into the arms of Butterwick. Committed to Toledo, Butterwick has also played up with the U19s, and she gets it out quickly. Good distribution to Yelich, who will get it back to Bridenstine.
Just good defending on that set piece. Looked like Lexi Porter had gotten into a good position to get a header towards goal, but just backing into the center back, not going to allow her to jump there for that header attempt.
Intercepted by Gebauer. Stepping in is Bayer. And we talk about the ability of the front three, but the outside backs for Real Colorado are very special. And Bayer and Lassiter and Holmes when she comes off the bench. So it's a good ball in. Schuper just missing it. Now she brings it down, spins around in the box, gets it back. Bundy to have a crack, and that one's charged down. And now it's a foot race. And Bundy does so well to get back and not allow the counterattack. Lassiter dispossessed. Good fight by Yelich. And now gets the overlap from Bridenstine. The right forward in the semifinal turn right back, looking for Leonard, and well shielded off by Buck so that her keeper can take and quickly get it out for Bayer.
Yeah, what a ball that was. Just popped over the left back. But the goalkeeper, Makowitz, as you mentioned, well off her line. Got some help from a center defender on the cover as well. That was good hold-up play from Ariana Jalic.
Bodie. And one thing Jared Spires said that was really interesting about his number 7, Bodie, is that she moves against the grain of the ball, which opens up windows that other people wouldn't see. Is so special at finding space, Megan Bodie.
Such a tough skill to teach, too. Really is more of an innate skill that some players, some gifted players possess. Just reading the game a little bit differently. You said across the grain, and just that ability to have unique movement, opening up areas, and something oftentimes you can't teach.
Lassiter. You see that cast on her wrist. She hurt her arm on match day 2 of the group stages against Rain Academy. Got it casted the next day, and then a day later played in the 1-0 win against Sky Blue PDA, another one of the best teams in the country that Real Colorado have pushed aside on their march to these finals. Love the toughness to be able to play just a couple days later. That's fantastic from the left back, Lassiter. So they've got her with the taped up cast, padded up cast, and they've got the taped up ears over on Lexi Porter, so that left side is all taped and bandaged up for this game. The throw-in comes from Wood. Nothing's going to keep these girls out of a final. Absolutely not. Totten. Trying to drive it through. It was well read by O'Malley. Love the idea there, though, from Bundy. Just lining it up on her left foot. This one a bit too far. Matthews won't get to it in time. Matthews selected as Central Conference Best 11, member of the national team pool. The thing that Ganthrik Chatterjee said about Emily Matthews is that one player can handle 1 or 2 tasks at a time. She can handle 4 or 5. One of the things that they really preach at nationals in their development is being able to see the game from different angles and play different positions so that when they go to their college or go to their national team, they're serviceable in so many positions. Says it's a real testament to these girls that they're able to take those challenges on, and they've won the first corner kick as Lassiter has to poke it out of bounds. Well, there's one of those girls that you're talking about, Sarah Bridenstine, excuse me. She's dropped back to right back in this game and made a really nice run forward there to earn this corner. Just showing a little bit of versatility for her team. Taken by Alana Wood, committed to Butler University, the Chesterfield, Michigan native, and it should be an in-swinger from this near side. We've seen a lot of balls driven, though. This one has a nice curl to it, but it's headed away by Addie Bundy. Good defensive header. You see the tactics there from Nationals, just standing everyone on the goalkeeper's line, trying to crowd her out. She needed some help there from her defender, and she got it. Bauer chasing, Lassiter gets it away. Bauer gets the throw-in. Yelich gets to the corner. That's well defended by Lexi Porter. Wood slides it in for Gebauer. That's a great look into the channel. Yelich's cross, and it was trouble. It was trouble, but it's just wide of the near post.
Just wide from Justina Gaynor. What an attack this is from Nationals. Best attack of the game by far. Two clever balls on the right-hand side. First, the center back stepping up into space. Look at this pass, and then it's flicked on. Another good ball in behind, and look at the desire there from Gaynor to just get across her defender. It's a tough angle, though, at the near post, and she just can't quite deflect it goalward.
Headed forward by Gaynor. Porter coming over to cover for her center back, Buck. Is a great interchange between the center backs. Porter recognizing that Buck didn't have the angle and she had the better run to get to it.
And she had to as well because Allison Leonard was on her bike trying to get in behind.
Leonard started the semifinal at right back. Now in the final here at right forward. She switched with Bridenstine. A testament to what Jeremy Harkin and Gunther Chatterjee have been able to do with these women, as that was a dangerous ball in. Cleared away by Lassiter. Chance at the top of the box, but the shot always rising as it came off the foot of Riley Fetty.
Yeah, it's just bouncing there for Fetty, and you thought it might sit nicely for her to hit off the half volley, but when she does go to strike it, it's just off the bounce, so it's rising. That contributes to her skying her shot, but she's picking up a lot of those loose pieces right now. Riley Fetty is playing that holding midfield role for this national side, and she was the first one to that loose ball on the edge of the area.
Wood stepping up. Wood charging it by her. Wood has a crack.
She's looked lively, Alana Wood, and you just hear a little bit of admonishment from Real Colorado coaching staff saying over and over they're soft to these balls. They're on the back foot. Seems like Nationals in these opening 12 minutes are winning every loose ball, and that was exemplified by Alana Wood there, again, streaming forward from her left back position.
It's a great pace. These first 12 plus minutes on a day where the game time temperature was 96 degrees at kickoff. And these players probably praying for the sun to go down as Schubert looking to turn Novak inside out. O'Malley comes over to help with the double team. Schubert able to get the cross off, but it's too close to Butterwick.
There's the danger, though, that Real Colorado have in that front three, and you pointed it out before the game. Just running at the defenders there. Schubert just takes it a little wide of goal. I like that little move there to create space for the cross.
At the other end, it's Yelich. She gets it inside. Leonard looking to run. Yelich makes the diagonal. Leonard feeds her. Yelich looking for the half yard of space. Unable to manufacture it, but she'll get it out wide for Bridenstine, who's jumped into the attack. And her cross will be catching practice for Makowitz.
Yeah, an easy catch there for Makowitz. Ariana Jalic looks up for it here in this final. Can't take the ball off her right now, and she got into the area just trying to create space for a shot. But good work from Real Colorado on that particular instance, not allowing her a clear sight on goal.
Tenacious defending by Alana Wood on the far side, and she wins the free kick.
It's been good, Alana Wood, and this looks like a threat with her over these dead ball situations as well.
He's going to launch this one forward in the 14th minute. Into the corner for Yelich. Buck gets there first. Ashley Buck committed to Boston University. Shows her strength in the air on that.
Strength in the classroom as well.
Joella doing the defensive work. She's muscled off the ball. And this is Wood. Good job by Totten to come back and help out, as well as Schubert, who almost got the interception. But it comes for Novak, gets it inside. And now this is Matthews. Stepping in as Porter. And it's away by Lassiter. Totten was put off just a bit by Riley Fetty. Otherwise, she was trying to get the ball over to Hannah Joella.
There's Fetty again. That's the second time in a space of about 30 seconds where she's cleaned up the pieces right in front of her back line.
Gorgeous ball slid into the channel. And this is Bridenstine, who needs to get that cross away from Haley Makowitz.
Yeah, she's a little disappointed in herself, Bridenstine, because she has the quality to deliver that cross into right around the penalty spot. That one a little too close to the goalkeeper.
But she'll want those services back, but still 2 great runs.
Yeah, she's making wonderful runs in these early stages, and she's being found as well. That ball slipped in behind the left back has been really challenging for Real Colorado. Here she is again, picking up the ball in a good area.
Real Colorado side in the last 2 games have knocked off the number 3 seed FC Dallas and the number 1 seed LAFC Slammers. Now trying to take care of the number 4 seed Nationals. And Schubert looking for the game's opening goal. Loves running at player Schubert. Will get the shot off, and Butterwick struggling, and she was able to tip it onto the crossbar.
Did just about enough there, didn't she, Butterwick? Enterprising run from Schubert, and she knows she's by herself, so she figures why not try and test the goalkeeper. Wraps her foot around it. Got a lot of pace behind that strike as well.
It's a good save. And now at the other end, ball won back by Lexi Porter. This is the second meeting this year between the 2 sides. They met in the North Carolina Spring Showcase back on April 9th. It was a 2-1 win for the Nationals on that day. Harnish opened the scoring for Real Colorado. She's on the bench to start this one just after the half-hour mark, but Leonard answered 6 minutes later, and then Weber found the game winner in the 49th minute.
So we'll have some experience from playing against each other to bring into this game. That was a close one from Real Colorado. Hannah Joella cutting inside from her right wing position, and she spotted a good pass, but it was just well read in the end by Novak on the back line for the Nationals.
This is Totten. Joined the team midway through the season, Totten, right at the beginning of 2018. And she was bought up after there were injuries to some players on the forward line. Jared Spire saying that Totten coming in and filling that role up high has given Meg Bodie the freedom to shine in the midfield in the creative role, playing as that number 10 just behind the front 3.
So looks like she's slotted right in perfectly into this system. She's been lively early on, Totten. That time, Schubert just straying offside.
Bridenstine inside for Yelich. Yelich looking for that half yard of space once again. Is now trying to slip it through for Leonard, but Makowitz is quick to pounce.
We could hear a large, loud step yell from the Colorado bench because Yelich just too much time on the edge of the area there. Almost too much time for her own good. She couldn't quite decide what she wanted to do. She had a runner out to her left, tried to slip it in behind, but Real Colorado, known for their defensive prowess, and they'll want to close her down a little quicker next time.
That ball looking in for Schubert. Brings it down. It's being watched by Novak. He's able to stab it away. Wessler to mop up for Real Colorado. Not a bad idea looking for the run of Bodie, but it's swept clear by O'Malley. Good look at the Real Colorado coaching staff. Substitutes hoping to come on and play their part in this final. Throw in for Nationals on the near side as we enter the 20th minute of play. This is the last game in the entire U.S. Soccer Development Academy season. Culmination of the first 10-month season for these ladies in the inaugural year of the girls' U.S. Soccer Development Academy.
The ball out from O'Malley, sorry, Mark.
Go ahead.
Just wonderful from the center back to see all that space on the left-hand side. But you're right, this is the inaugural season.
Well, Leonard was looking the other way as it was played into the channel. And that allows Buck to get over. Leonard does enough to win the throw-in for Nationals.
looked like Buck might have played it off Leonard, but you have to credit Leonard. Like you said, she was looking inside and the ball came outside. She was able to regain her bearings and see the quick closedown speed. That's got to be a foul here on the near side. You can hear that one up here.
So Alana Wood will come all the way over from her left back position to take this on the right-hand side.
She's got an absolute howitzer for her left foot, doesn't she?
Now, with the left foot on the right side, she can curl this one in to cause trouble for Makowitz, as there's 4 players bunched around the top of the 6 and 2 more lying in wait at the top of the 18 for Nationals.
Yeah, you're spot on, Mark. They're going to try and whip this in right on the head of the goalkeeper here with these 4 runners going to be crashing the goal.
It was almost from this exact same spot where Papista scored the winner in the semifinal 2 nights ago to end up in SportsCenter's top 10. Wood headed away by Lexi Porter. Just unable to keep it in, but it will be another throw-in for the Nationals.
Good defensive header there. Done well so far. Real Colorado dealing with those set pieces and that delivery, because that was a good one. It was right on to the keeper, right where they wanted it.
It's a side that knows how to soak up pressure, Real Colorado. Faced spells of it in their 2-1 win over FC Dallas and their 1-0 victory over LAFC Slammers. 2 teams renowned for their attacking prowess. They shut out the country's best offense on Monday night.
Pressing in bunches there on this near-hand side, just not allowing them out from a throw.
It's a good run from Giebauer, but that's even better defending from Lexi Porter. And she wins the throw-in.
Great defending, and she saw a defender coming up on her, so she just elects to smash it off. Player in white, out of bounds.
There's a look at that skill from Giebauer and the textbook one-on-one defending from Lexi Porter.
Yeah, and she knows what she's doing there as well. She knows she's just going to play it off that player and out of bounds. Wonderful defending.
So it'll be a throw-in for Novak. Well, that's a great first touch from Jelic, and she gets back to Novak.
She's got great feet, Jelic.
Inside for Fetty. Looking inside for Jelic, still might work out for her. She pops it outside. And Giebauer just a bit too late to that run as it's cleared away by Schubert. And now Novak flying forward. She hammers it to the back post. It's a gorgeous ball, and it's just over the head of Matthews, skipping off the head of Bayer, and it will be a corner kick for the Nationals, their second of the game.
Gorgeous ball from Novak, and now we've seen both center backs. They have the ability to deliver service from deep. That one was inviting a towering header on the back post. Instead, it's well defended out for this corner kick.
Once again, 4 Nationals players lined up on the goal line to try and put off Makowitz, and 3 more players camped out at the top of the 6. Woods corner. Makowitz is there. Makowitz somehow managed to catch that in the fray.
She did well initially to go up with both hands, but yeah, she must have had her heart in her mouth there as she just dropped it down for a moment. Just about gets there in time. Look at this. This is the goalkeeper to get your hands up. Couldn't quite gather it in.
Tigerish defending from Bayer. Was looking for Totten, but it's cut out. This is Bayer again. That's a gorgeous ball into the channel for Handel Joella. She's behind the back line, Joella. Has 3 players pouring into the box. Joella elects to go at it alone, and it's repelled.
Oh, she was too selfish there, Joella. Cutting inside, she had 2 runners to her left. Both Bode and Totten streaming forward into the box.
Matthews will have to come back for this. Justina Gaynor. Well, it doesn't matter what their starting positions are. They're all over the place Nationals, but in a very organized, effective, and dangerous way. And it's opened up the space here. And a good effort, but over Makowitz's goal. But just like Jared Spires told us, when players are changing positions like that, it's very hard to know who to mark.
Yeah, tough to keep your markers with the free-flowing total football. But it's all starting with Yelich right now for Nationals. She's at the heart of everything, and again here she picks it up, comes deep to get the ball, and just puts it on a dime out to the left-hand side. Wonderful vision, and has the talent and skills to execute that pass as well.
Schubert gets it inside for Bode. Poked away by Fetty. Leonard. Great second touch after her first touch was a bit loose. And one back by Wessler. This is Lassiter. Forward for Schubert. Inside for Bode. And she wins the free kick. Their ability to play in tight spaces is a joy to behold.
Yeah, it's coming handy for them there as well, because Bode, in between two defenders here, just earns that foul. You saw her just shield off the two defenders, and with a nice first touch, able to gain a little bit of space, draw that foul, and right in front of her bench as well.
Totten able to flick it forward. Schubert's onto it. The last touch took it over the end line. But how quickly they can break Real Colorado.
Yeah, too quickly for me. I'm still finishing my last thought, and they're up the other way. Good flick forward. You mentioned it from Totten. And then it looked like Schubert was second favorite to get to that ball. She showed the desire to get behind her defender and just about got a nice touch onto it.
Totten trying to push it into that hole for Joella. But getting there first is Bridenstine. Yelich chasing. Beyer getting it back to her keeper. Byers defended well today, but it was her run with the ball out of the back that created the goal for Schubert in the semifinal. Lassiter. Bundy flying forward. Schubert arrowing her way into the box. Puts it across. Still might be something on here for Totten, unable to spin. And I think this one's gonna stay in bounds. Hooked away for Gaynor. Able to turn Lassiter and get it to Leonard. She'll slide inside.
Both these teams so confident on the ball, and that was the best attack of the game for Real Colorado. All starts with Addie Bundy just sprinting through the middle, and she's screaming for the return pass as well. Love to see that. She demanded the pass just before that, and then she found good service out to the left-hand side. Schubert with a nice cross, and then what a crucial intervention that is. Totten with a good idea here to try and just create just a little foot of space. She's not allowed to with the wonderful tackle in the back.
This is Matthews. Skips by Schubert, and then Totten was nipping at her heels, and she wins the foul.
Yep, pecked out her heels there. Thought there might be an advantage there as she rode the challenge well, didn't she, Emily Matthews? But we're seeing the ability from the back line that can create some havoc with service from deep areas like this.
This is Wood. She'll have a hit, and why not, based on the kind of balls that she's been putting in today.
Well, that shows confidence, doesn't it? She knows exactly what she's doing there from the moment, even before she receives the pass. She just dives forward into space. First touch, turns it around the defender to try to get it onto that left foot. And look at that, she already knows what she's doing by that point. Turning her defender brilliantly, and shows a lot of confidence to have a go from there.
0-0 at the hydration break in this U-16-17 championship match near the U.S. Soccer Development Academy. One of the most enjoyable scoreless opening half hours I've ever seen.
It's been a fun one between these two teams, both of them still very much in this game wide open at the moment because Nationals have built some really good attacks through their possession. Real Colorado looking really dangerous, and they a little more quick hitters in their attack. And they've shown that they've got some dangerous players up top, and Taya Schubert really getting into good possessions right now on the left-hand side for this Real Colorado side.
Well, the Nationals being kept off the board by this Real Colorado side, as you said, very good at soaking up pressure and then coming forward very quickly with their direct style of play. Good look at Bodie talking with Totten. Two of them linking up very well so far. Jared Spires giving instruction to his players as they take in fluids.
Just talking with Addie Bundy there, coach. I think he'll like what he sees from Bundy driving into space into midfield.
This is a Nationals side that has come through the Mid-America Division, where they were champions in the regular season with a record of 22-3-5, scoring 104 goals and giving up just 31. Then went 2-0-1 in the group stages of the playoffs before brushing aside FC Virginia in the quarterfinals, and then the number 5 seed San Jose Earthquakes 2 nights ago in the semifinals with a goal coming off the foot of Eva Papista, which was number 5 in SportsCenter's top 10 that night.
That's a wonderful goal. Made the top 10, rightfully so, and just a 73 goal difference then? Did I do my math right there?
I have no idea. I think I failed math in high school. I'm surprised they let me graduate. But right now, in 35 games, they have 112 goals. It's a team that knows how to score. They also know how to eke out wins, as they have in the very tough quarterfinals and semifinal matches. And they're in another battle here with this Real Colorado side. You just got a good look at Addie Bundy, who's playing up from the U-15s. 2002 national pool player, Addie Bundy. There'll be a goal kick for another player who's about to go into national team camp, and Haley Makowitz at the 2001 level.
Lovely to see the future of U.S. women's soccer here on display in Kansas City this week.
And plenty of very good players coming out of Real Colorado for these U.S. Youth National Team squads. At the U-20s, you have the likes of Sophia Smith and Jalen Howe as well.
So much talent, both of these states, Michigan and Colorado.
Talk about the talent. It's a national side where many of these girls have won 3 U.S. YSA national championships. We'll get back to that in a second as Totten just missing it. Totten so close to the game's opener. It was another dangerous cross from Hannah Joella. And Totten just a step away from her 4th goal this season.
Wonderful cross from the right. And she's looking, you can see there, she's telling the coaching staff she wasn't sure to go with her head or her foot. And in the end, she got kind of caught in 2 minds and didn't get anything on it. What a cross that is. Just put it onto the back post.
This is Yelich working on Bayer. Yelich skips by her, working her way in the box, Yelich, and showed too much of it to Bundy. Bundy coming out. The shot does get through, and it had Makowitz concerned.
Scrambling to her near post there. Ready to pick up the pieces in midfield. Yelich again, causing all types of problems. Here's Gebauer just striding onto this loose ball and wasn't too far wide. Got to test the goalkeepers.
This is Gaynor. Can't get by her opposite number and make Bodie. Back for Porter. Forward for Schubert. And Fetty wins the free kick, much to the chagrin of the Real Colorado bench.
Real Colorado bench didn't like it. Nationals bench sure loved it. This has been a focal point for the coaching staff, is trying to prevent those long balls with pressure. So they get the pressure up top. That forces a tough pass in behind, and it was followed through on the back line as well with some lovely defending.
Caitlin O'Malley will take, another player who's been in the national team pool. And we'll come back for O'Malley.
Just a crucial touch there from Fetty.
Oh, gorgeous ball. Leonard gets by Beyer, tries to put it back across, and talk about crucial touches. Ashley Buck on this occasion.
It's a captain's challenge if you'll ever see one from Ashley Buck.
And now away by Buck, looking for Bodie.
There's a Nationals player lurking at the back post to tap that into an empty net. She had to get something on it, and just at the very last stretch, she's able to. Close calls on either end of the pitch.
Leonard shielded off by Porter. Out by Beyer. And into touch.
And here's that chance. Another wonderful ball, and then this is the right idea. Past the defender, just sliding it back. And look at that. She's running the other way as well. So for her to spin around and just stretch that right foot out there, what a crucial intervention.
Joella whistled for a foul, so it'll be a free kick. Another chance to tease one into the danger area for Nationals, as Alana Wood has put in some delightful services. Six players getting ready to make runs into the 18. It's a good ball right onto the penalty spot. It bounces. Gaynor gets up, gets her head up, but the offside flag is up.
Another wonderful delivery into the box, and at some point, Nationals need to get someone on the end of these wonderful crosses. Just bounced up ahead of behind Matthews there, and it's a good header to keep it in play by Gaynor, but she just strayed offside on the initial pass.
This is Bodie. Outside for Beyer. Lex for the early ball forward, looking for the run of Schubert. Away by Fetty.
She's been everywhere, Fetty. How many of these loose ends has she tied together for this national team in the first half? It's been fantastic.
Now it's Yelich, who wants it in the pocket, gets it. Yelich, can she get it back to Giebauer, who's open on that left-hand side? Instead, it's inside for Leonard. Leonard onto her left foot. It's a great hit from Leonard, just over the crossbar.
Great effort from Allison Leonard here. Yelich again, creating problems in the center of the pitch. They've got all their attention on her, so gets it over to Leonard, just working her way. Nice little touch of the boot from right to left, right here, creating the space for the shot. She's not too far high either over the goal there. It's a good effort on target, off target.
Bundy wins the first header. Totten with the second ball. Back for Bundy. Over the top for Bode to chase. Has a beating of Wood. Puts it across looking for Schubert, but O'Malley is there. Totten again. Rides the challenge. Has a go off the angle of post and crossbar.
Wow, how close was that to the opener? Full credit to Lydia Totten. Just the ball kind of loose and on the turn. She says, why not? It pops out to her here, and her first instinct to go to goal. She is not far off there. Love it. She knows where the goal is. She doesn't have to look up. Wonderful inventiveness, and just knowing on that loose ball she might be able to catch the goalkeeper off guard.
Now Butterwick will come to the extreme of her penalty area to take. Good touch from Schubert, inside for Bodie. Bundy to get it to the far side. Can't get it over the head of Giebauer.
Great idea from Bundy. She's won a couple headers in the row as well, and her bench is loving it.
Joella will not catch up to this, so it'll be a throw-in for Alana Wood in the Nationals in the 40th minute. A game that from a technical and tactical standpoint has had everything but goals. A really intriguing championship battle here at the U-16-17 level between Nationals and Real Colorado.
Tough to split these sides at the moment, Mark, because there's quality on both ends. You feel like it's just going to take a special moment to change the direction of this final. Both teams carving out chances. Seen Real Colorado really good on the break, but they've had some good spells of possession here in the last 5 or 10 minutes. Meanwhile, Nationals always dangerous when they get the ball into the feet of their playmakers up top, like this one right here.
Leonard running at Wessler, forward for Yelich, poked away by Buck. Two of them battling. Buck wins the battle, but Yelich wins the war. It'll be a throw-in for Nationals.
That's just fantastic defending from Ashley Buck. You can tell why this team doesn't concede very many goals with the center back partnership of Buck and Porter. So physical and quick as well, and the strength there to deal with Yelich.
Lassiter's header, poked away by Wessler. Totten. She's had the number of the center backs, Totten, in terms of getting the ball and holding it on for Real Colorado, but it's one back by Nationals. It's a lovely run from Yelich once again. And she's found some space out on the far side, cross deflected, took an awkward hop, but it is dealt with well by Makowitz.
Yeah, it was an awkward hop, so full credit to Makowitz catching it on her shoulder there. And again, it's Yelich this time. Some good backtracking from Totten, but she really didn't have a chance with the quick feet of Ariana Yelich, just dribbling it around her and trying to create room for that cross.
Well, no one was sure whose free kick that was going to be. It was given to Real Colorado. Bundy plays it quickly. Bode wants to go over the top. Schubert making the diagonal run in. This is Tia Schubert. Shot always rising.
Well, from the confusion of that free kick, Real Colorado heads up play. They get play restarted quickly. This is a great ball from Bode. Over the top. Schubert's been really lively in this first half. Just can't quite wrap her foot around that one. She's getting into, look at that touch or two to get around her defender. It's been really good on that left wing in the first half. I think it was a handball that was given. Just communication between the center ref and the fourth.
It was a very tactile battle too, and so if it weren't for that handball, no one was sure which way it was going to go.
Exactly.
The other thing too, the way Bodie played that ball with backspin on it so that it wouldn't bounce forward into Butterwick, and that's what allowed Schubert to get on it. That is sensational.
They're just clipping it into that area.
Porter wins the header. Leonard turns. Being ridden by Wessler, able to get it over to Giebauer. Leonard. Giebauer's ball driven toward the top of the box. Falls for Yelich. Tried to slip it through. Giebauer might get onto it just yet. Porter and her body into each other, and then Porter flew into the wall. Well, they describe her as a warrior, Porter, and you can see why. If I went into the boards like that, I would have just gotten up and walked away.
Well, she's got to be careful with this challenge in her own area, but the closing speed and the strength as well. Just checking her hands off there as should slide into the concrete.
Skips off the head of Leonard. Bodie, can she pick out a pass? Totten, or Schubert rather, is offside.
Just off on the timing there, Schubert and Bodie. She wouldn't fall for Meg Bode there in the middle of the park in time for her to split it through. She saw it the whole way as well, just wanting the ball to fall just a little bit quicker.
Misplay by Novak, but able to rescue the situation is Gaynor. Wood venturing into the attack. Showed a bit too much of it, but is able to keep it as she gets it out wide. 4 players to find in the middle. In for Yelich, and Bundy got a foot in. Wood, she puts it across, and it was almost trouble for Makowitz, but in the end, she sees it sail over her crossbar.
Getting forward from her left back position there, Alana Wood. Strengthened the tackle as well after her initial first touch to put her in some trouble. They're looking to the feet of Ariana Yelich whenever they can in the area. You feel like she has the ability at any given moment to carve something out here.
This is Totten. Bundy looking for the run of Meg Bodie.
What a ball that is.
3 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this first half. Bodie running at O'Malley. Slides it in for Totten. Butterwick gets there first.
Good shielding work there along the back line. This girl's been everywhere as well. Addie Bundy, she gets a full cheer from the crowd. She just played that ball out to the left-hand side, just smacked it on the reverse pass, and she's been all action in midfield, Addie Bundy.
Porter seizes the loose ball. Schubert rolls it along for Bodie. Inside for Joella. Poked away from her. Wood. Ooh, Wood showed a bit too much of it to Joella, but she's able to recover. She'll smack it downfield and out of bounds. She was looking for the run of Allison Leonard.
That nervy moment for the left back here. We're into stoppage time, and that's how you don't want this final to be decided, with a little mistake like that in the back. She was able to recover nicely and clear it away from danger. But how big would a goal be for either of these teams before this halftime break?
Schubert's looking for it. Would hit off the back of Fetty. It worked out for Nationals in the end. Final minute and a half, the minimum 3 is stoppage time. Matthews with some space. Porter reads the game so well, stepping into the passing lane. And that will be a free kick. Bodie, the guilty party.
Good skill there from Skylar Grubauer. Draw the foul.
This one off the head of Beyer. It will work out for Makowitz. The final minute, the minimum 3 stoppage time, which were added on for the hydration break, which came just before the half-hour mark. Totten off to the races. This is Lydia Totten, and it skips by Butterwick, and Real Colorado have their noses in front.
Lydia Totten, what a time to score. Straight from the drop kick. It's a flicked on header, and she's off on her horse here. She takes it early as well. She knows she's being closed down by the defenders. And just takes a really tricky hop right here at the near post. Right there, boom. It fools the goalkeeper, but you have to credit the forward. Just streaming forward in behind the back line, and she takes it early. What a time to get a goal.
The direct route, and it's dynamite for Real Colorado. They have the momentum just before halftime. What will the response be from Nationals? Do they have a time for a response in this first half? Bodie wins it, but can't start the counterattack. But Real Colorado have taken the lead on the stroke of halftime. The ball over the top for Lydia Totten, and she buries it past Butterwick in the Nationals' goal. And now one of the best defenses in the country has a 1-0 lead to defend as we go into the final 45 minutes.
And that is the biggest point there, Mark, is this team's so solid defensively, and now they have something that they can hold on to. They really defend. That is such a huge goal before the halftime break, and we'll see how these two teams deal with it coming out of halftime.
Oh, it was a tremendous first 45 minutes. Stay with us. The next 45 minutes promises so much as we head to the last half here at the U.S. Soccer Development Academy season. At the break, the U-16-17 inaugural Girls Championship match. It's the Nationals 0, Real Colorado 1. We'll be back with you for the second half here on USSoccerDA.com.
So we're here at Lone Star this weekend for the first ever biobanded initiative in the US, where we're grouping players based on a biobanded group instead of their normal chronological age group.
Generally speaking, when you look at maturation, it's pretty simple. You can do it with your eyes and see that someone has matured faster than someone else has. But there's actually scientific research that helps us learn where players are at from a percentage of their full maturation.
We know through research that players can differ in ages from 2 to 3 years, even though if they're born in the same year. And so biobanding is finally a scientific answer to group these players based on their individual growth trajectories and growth and maturation status.
This is a bit of an alternative to the regular age group competitions. With these types of competitions, what we do is we mix things up. We take away that physical advantage for the early developer. They have to play a technical and tactical game and develop many of the skills that the late developer gets. On the flip side, the late developers, they get an opportunity to command the game for once. So this gives them an opportunity actually to show their true ability and for coaches to see them in a slightly different context.
In our younger ages, we've got a lot of late developers. Like the physical challenges for our players in our conference, which is very strong, are insurmountable in some games just because of the physical nature. So this intrigued us because we have good players, we have good younger players, and providing them another opportunity or another avenue to see what they can really do in this environment.
For the 2017-18 Academy season, the Development Academy leadership and technical group decided that we would institute a policy for late maturing players, where the clubs can select 2 players per age group at U-16 that can play down with U-15 and 2 players at U-15 that can play down with U-14 during the season.
It's really important to note this isn't replacing anything. This isn't replacing the chronological age. This is a hybrid method of developing players. Alongside the normal chronological age groups, you can also do biobanding in training and in games.
The Academy philosophy is about moving players up when they're ready. We also thought that moving players down might be an opportunity for those players who aren't as physically matured to be able to have success at a younger age group. At US Soccer, we talk about developing players, coaches, and referees, and biobanding is just one more initiative that we can use to make sure that all players have an opportunity, all players have a pathway.
It's just like in school, it's not the same for everyone, right? Everybody's getting the same message, but you have students that get C's and B's and some are getting A's. So I think this allows us to take a step back, look at the pathway and change it a little bit.
Our job at US Soccer is to provide an environment where every player can reach their optimal potential. So this is about ensuring that no matter when you're born, no matter the status of your maturity, that you have the ultimate ability to thrive playing soccer.
In building the Girls Development Academy, this is another one of the milestone moments as we look at the trajectory of the program for years to come.
The Girls Development Academy Winter Showcase is the first ever event US Soccer puts on for our clubs. You only have one chance to make a first impression, and it's very important for girls to see what the next level looks like, where all eyes are on you. Over 300 college coaches were here, over 40 US Soccer scouts were here. It's a great event where girls can showcase their skills, their talents in front of a lot of eyes.
The showcase has been great so far. It's awesome to get all of these talented girls in one place at the same time and be able to compete against the top players in the country. I think it's a huge step forward for women's soccer in this country and just women's soccer in general to have this opportunity here this weekend.
We announced the launch of the Girls Development Academy almost 2 years ago, and in that process, we've talked with a lot of people that have worked in the game for many years. And with those leaders and our staff, we've been able to shape what we think will be the right platform for girls to continue to develop in our country.
I think it's really important to have this showcase. It gives us a really clear view of the entire level from a holistic view within the US. And I think it's only the beginning of something really fantastic. It's a starting point, and from this starting point we can only grow. It will benefit our national youth teams. It will benefit our national team. The future looks bright.
To be able to play at a winter showcase where there's also the U20 women's national team playing is a great opportunity for our clubs and our players to see what that next level look like.
It's just been a great opportunity for us girls to get to watch people that we look up to play at the highest level.
With the integration of the Development Academy and the Nike International Friendlies, the event overall provides the opportunity to see the pathway from their club team to youth national teams and to national teams.
That ensures that there's a quality player pool for the future of our women's national team.
I never knew when I would play my last game. And then I was told to stop playing to save my future. Concussions are invisible injuries. Awareness starts with taking the pledge. I pledge to be educated on the signs and symptoms of concussions. I pledge to be honest with my coaches, teachers, parents, and teammates. I pledge to be supportive of anyone that gets a concussion. We only have one brain and it needs to last a lifetime.
We took the pledge.
I 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 took the pledge.
We took the pledge.
I took the pledge. I took the pledge.
I took the pledge.
The U.S. Soccer Girls Development Academy is here.
Here.
The next generation of world-class players.
World-class players.
Elite competition.
Pride in your club.
And a place where dreams are made.
This
This
is
the Girls Development Academy.
Ten years ago, we started to put a lot of time and effort in researching what went into development at the world-class level.
U.S. Soccer thought it was important to provide a platform where the best interests of players were put first, before results, before the team, and now you have an environment that allows players day in, day out in their everyday club environments to be able to reach their full potential.
10 years ago, we only had 16s and 18s. We knew in some regard that that was too late to make the right impact, that we needed to go younger, but this was a group we could manage and we could begin to change the culture. Now we have a complete pathway that starts at U12 through U19.
10 years later, I would say unequivocally that we have developed a much larger pool of quality. And that's the best thing that I can look at and say, uncategorically, this is really working.
I think the fact that our youth national teams have done well internationally, the fact that our youth national teams have gotten some historically great results this year and have broken some records, I think that's an indication of all the work that's been done behind the scenes, and in particular all the work that's been done in the Development Academy.
We believe very firmly that we won't have world-class players without world-class coaches, and that environment's created at the club level.
The Development Academy is ensuring the future of U.S. soccer by empowering clubs to be the drivers of world-class player development.
1-0 Real Colorado leads Nationals at halftime of the girls U-16-17 championship. What does Nationals have to do to get back into this match as we take a look at the first half highlights? And they were off and running early, Carter.
Yeah, they've been good. They've been good. I think they just need to get a little more quality in that final third because they've created several chances, haven't they, Nationals? I mean, this game really was tough to separate these two teams before that last moment of quality right before the end of the first half. And so if I'm the Nationals, style of play has been good. They've been connecting passes. They're getting it to this girl a lot. Yelich, she's fantastic. I try to give her on the ball as much as possible, but just more of the same. Just need someone to step up in that final third and create a bit of magic.
And this was the goal for Lydia Totten. First, though, she would smack it off the post. Let's look at that for an effort. She would be the goal scorer, though. Schubert created a good opportunity, was just unable to finish. And here is the goal. Route 1 for Real Colorado.
Straight down the middle, flicked on, and just takes it early. You can't win the lottery if you don't buy a ticket, and she sees the defender closing her down, so her time's running out. She says, why not have a hit? And it's an excellent hit. Hits it into the ground, so it bounces up trickily. It's a tough one for the goalie to take, and she got her just reward.
So we will start the final 45 minutes of the U.S. Soccer Development Academy season. And as we do, we're going to bring in U.S. Soccer Technical Academy Director Miriam Hickey. And so, Miriam, so happy to have you on with us here on USSoccerDA.com. We wanted to get your thoughts on the first season.
Yeah, so we're really excited about girls being able to be in a standard-driven environment where they train more often.
Let's get back to that as Schubert's rounded the
play
keeper.
Less games.
And it's cleared off the line, and it hit a hand, and the referee's going to point to the spot. So it's going to be a penalty for Real Colorado. "47 seconds in. Schubert getting on the end of the long ball, rounding the keeper, and then saved on the line. So unlucky on the substitute, Olivia Watson, as it bounced up and hit her hand. Really not much she could do about that. And now it's Schubert, the woman who created the opportunity, with a chance to score it. Schubert, the hero of the semifinals. Can she do it again here in the final? It's Schubert versus Butterwick. Schubert wins 2-0 Real Colorado. Either side of halftime, Real Colorado have hit Nationals with both barrels. Mary, I'm so sorry to cut you off, but you can't finish a penalty better than that.
No, I agree. It's nice in the corner. No way for the goalkeeper to get there in time. So nicely hit.
So, Miriam, let's get back to the first season of the Development Academy.
Yeah. So again, it's nice for girls to be able to train with like-minded players, with good coaches in an environment where it's all about players developing. Not chasing the next win, but creating environments where every player can reach their top. And very happy with the first season, where we've seen players make big strides in decision making, but also in technical abilities. And coaches having to plan more their sessions, as they train 4 times a week and playing less games. So it's important for them to create environments where players are making decisions on the field. So very happy to see that develop.
And as we are watching the last match in the inaugural season of the Girls Development Academy, these are two teams you couldn't ask for a better showcase to end this season.
Yeah, I agree. It's been a long season, 10 months, and it's I think 2 very deserving clubs that are in the final. It's 2 clubs that are truly focused on making sure every player has a chance to be their best, and I'm happy for both these clubs, but for many other clubs in the country as well. And yeah, I think for us as U.S. Soccer, being able to support clubs that have the right philosophy in player development is a great step forward.
And what are some of the initiatives you're working on for next season?
Yeah, so our academy directors, for the first time, will be able to take the academy director course, where in 6 modules, it's a year-round course in 6 modules, including an international one. We help the directors in creating those better environments. So they learn from each other, they learn from us, but they also learn from standards that are internationally established. We're going to England, watching Manchester City and Birmingham. And being able to see world-class environments there is, I think, something our academy directors can learn something from. But it's also the collaboration with them, with each other. We're in this together. This is, and we have to, because for soccer to improve in this country for girls, it's clubs and the federation working together to create those better environments.
Miriam, thank you so much for your time and for everything you do, and for joining us here on USSoccerDA.com.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So we will now bring back Carter Augustine. And Carter, very fast start to the second half for Real Colorado.
Yeah, and here they go again. Mark, you mentioned it, either side of halftime.
And another opportunity, this one blocked by Gaynor.
Maddie Bundy again connecting on the shot. She can absolutely smack the ball, can't she? She's got great technique, and that one was blocked away. But you're right, Real Colorado come out of the blocks here, and wouldn't be too surprised to say Taya Schubert getting involved. She was lively in the first half, and again, making a great run in behind. I think the Real Colorado bench wanted a red card on that penalty, but I think it's the right call because it's not going towards goal at that point. It's a second touch on the ball, and there's players on the cover in the goal frame. So luckily for Nationals, they don't get a double whammy there. Still 11v11, but what a shock to a system to give up a penalty so early on in this second half, and now they're chasing 2 goals.
Olivia Watson will take this throw in. She came on at halftime, just as she did in the semifinal against the San Jose Earthquakes.
So too did Madison Medal, so we'll have to see if these 2 substitutes, well, their instructions would have been given when they were 1 goal down, because they came on right at the halftime break. And now they've faced a doubling of that disadvantage, and gonna have to see if either of these girls can add something to the Nationals, who we were talking about it just before the second half started. They were very much in the game in the first half, creating good opportunities. We want to keep that going, but giving up that second goal so early on is a huge blow to deal with.
This will be a throw in for Lassiter on the far side. Lovely turn from Matthews. Bridenstine trying to smuggle it through.
Yeah, just looking for that run down the centers. Good idea, and that's another good passage of play. We've seen that several times this evening from the Nationals. One touch passing through the center of the park, and they've got a good understanding of where each other will be. Just in that final third is where they're lacking just a little bit special something at the moment.
Gaynor has room to run. And there's Wessler. Sent over the top, looking for the run of Totten. Takes it off the foot of Watson. Able to keep it in. Now waiting for the cavalry to arrive. That's great play from Totten. Gets it back from Schubert. Makes her way into the box. Joella's there as well. And it will be a corner kick for Real Colorado.
Oh, and a huge ovation from the bench for Lydia Totten. That's wonderful hold-up play. 1-on-3 there, and expect to see a lot of her as this game progresses and Nationals pile bodies forward. How good was she on that instance? Holding up play, inviting players forward into the attack, and then exchanging a nice little 1-2, trying to whip in a cross. But she is fantastic up there in that target forward role.
This one whipped in and right out as it goes into the side netting. So it'll be a goal kick for Nationals. What do they need to do to get back into this?
Well, like I said, We'll have to up the urgency, but they certainly have played well during stretches of this game. Combining passes here in midfield has been a joy to watch from this Nationals team. But once they get into that final third, they just need a little more urgency, a little more quality on the ball.
Bundy's header. And it will be a handball free kick for Real Colorado in the 54th minute.
And for Real Colorado, they're so stout defensively. They already liked where they were at with that 1-goal lead at halftime, and to double it, they can really be cagey here in these final moments. They're going to drop deep and just allow Totten to be that out ball.
Well, they have 6 players lined up across the top of the 18. This ball played in deep, and Butterwick comes out to make the catch.
Good sliding catch under some pressure as well. Just have to get them restarted quickly here. Their girls weren't too high up the pitch. So you're just drifting over the host of bodies. And that free kick delivery.
Cleared away by Buck. Bought down by Wood. Threaded through. Medali making the run. And back is Buck. Well, Buck has been stellar alongside Porter in the center of that Real Colorado defense. This one over Porter, the header directed goalwards, but Makowitz is there to make the save.
Oh, great chance there for Nationals, and it's a good header as well. You can see what she's trying to do, just flick it onto the far post. Didn't quite get enough power to get it all the way to the far post, so it's an easy save in the end, but it's a great cross. We've seen good service all night long from this Nationals team. And that time, Leonard was able to get onto it in the area. That's more like it from the Nationals.
Bundy steps in again. She's playing up an age group, but looks so at home, Addie Bundy.
She really does. She's a titan in the middle of the park.
Through for Joella. Wood shields her off the ball, and Butterwick will pick it up.
There's the earlier cross, and this is more like it from Nationals. You see there, she's just trying to angle it to that far post. Good positioning from Makowitz. But we've seen good delivery from wide areas all night long from Nationals.
Byer chasing it down in the corner, able to get there and win a corner kick for Real Colorado, their 3rd of the game.
Sprinting up that right-hand side. It's been full of energy today, Byer.
Vanderven and Harnish are getting set to check in soon for Real Colorado. Harnish had the game winner in the quarterfinals against FC Dallas. A super sub off the bench, Haley Harnish. Vanderven as well, so good at controlling the ball on the midfield. Both of these teams, new players come on and the level never drops. As this one driven in, Butterwick's missed it. Bode brings it down in the box, gets through, takes a shot. Bode pokes it out for Bundy. Pings it back in. Second header. Oh, and Watson will get it clear at the second time of asking. Porter gets it out wide. This is Joella. Has 2 Nationals players policing her. And Joella commits the foul.
It's good defensive work there at the end by Alana Wood, because it looked like Joella was able to get some space for a cross, but it's a goal mouth scramble. Bodie just drifting to her right, trying to smack it across the face of goal. And they kept the pressure up as well. Real Colorado, tough for Nationals to clear their line. They finally get it away here. Colorado not resting on their laurels. Still some time left here in the game, and so still going to push forward at every set piece opportunity.
So Hannah Joella comes off to be replaced by Haley Harnish, and Avery Vanderven will come on in place of Meg Bodie.
So new legs, new life injected into the attack for Nationals, as you would expect.
Vanderven, who's committed to the University of Texas, has a goal in these playoffs. a header in the 2-0 win against NYCFC back on match day 1. I love the fact that Real Colorado, even though they have this 2-0 lead, Carter, are still attacking.
Excuse me, that's where the 2 attacking subs will go in for Real Colorado, and just some fresh legs up top as well, so they can press high. And also look for these girls to be active when Real Colorado try and break from their defensive shape.
And this will be a foul on Harnish. And she's gonna get a yellow card for it.
That's a bit unlucky. She's just into the game. Didn't look too malicious in that challenge. She's the first name down in referee's pocketbook. We like to see the subs combining here on this right-hand side, and a little petulance there in the trip, perhaps, spotted by the referee.
Well, it was harsh on Harnish, as it was just her first challenge, as you said.
She's not really playing the ball, though. Going to trip the opponent there. On second look, I might recant criticisms.
I still think it was harsh.
It is harsh for her to come into the game and immediately be on a yellow card, that's for sure.
This is Totten. She has been excellent today, Totten, and it's not just the goal, it's been her hold-up play as well, as it's put the Nationals on their heels. Well, that's a great ball in from Beyer. Bounces in the box. Falls for Vanderven. The shot sub is blocked.
Who else? Riley Fetty there to block that shot when it looked like Vanderven was having a clear sight on goal.
This one past Vanderven. Matthews gets there, able to wrestle it away from Totten and poke it forward. This is Bridenstine, unable to get by Vanderven. To the top, and brought down by Bridenstine. Oh, there's a huge space on this near side, but instead it comes back to Wood as there's nobody occupying the flank. And now Wood looks to bring it into that area, place it over the top.
Wood did well there because she really got played a hospital ball back into her own half behind her, and under pressure she's able to dribble around a defender and just get it up the pitch away from danger.
And now Zoe Bessert is going to come in. She replaces Bridenstine.
Well, in pregame warmups, I saw Bessert was really amping the team up, jovial and bring a lot of energy. A lot of teammates laughing around her, and she'll try and bring that energy onto the pitch here in the second half. They need a spark here, Nationals.
Played in for Totten. It's a good idea to try and head it down and keep it, but it goes over the end line. Butterwick wants to take this goal kick quickly as we're in the 63rd minute of the U-16-17 Girls Championship.
Just about every header in the center of the park has been won by that gal, number 21, Addie Bundy.
That one won by Beyer. Bundy wins the second header. How's this for a piece of skill? Schubert gets it back. Stepping in is Watson. Lassiter. Behind Vanderven. And this is Leonard. Running at the back line. Has Bessert flying forward, elects to play it to the far side where it's cleared by Lassiter. One back by Matthews, leaves it off for Gaynor. Out wide, and Lassiter will guide it back to her keeper.
Tough take there as it just right in on the shins. So that relieves the pressure for Real Colorado.
How's that for an outlet ball looking for Harnish, but it's well defended by Wood. So throw in for Beyer. Byer steps in and wins it again. Loose ball falls to the feet of Matthews. Emily Matthews out wide for Zoe Bessert. This one will come all the way through for Lexi Porter. Wood wins it. Brings it over the midway line. Bessert was looking for the run of Yelich, just too far ahead of her.
They're starting to get more and more of the ball, Nationals, as Real Colorado just starting to inch their way back towards their goal. Combining well in midfield and just need to get on the ball more and more, Nationals. Trying to get it higher up the pitch.
Bundy. Schubert gets it back to Lassiter. Forward for Totten. It's in a foot race with Fetty. Gets back to her keeper. Watson's header falls to the feet of Bundy. Lassiter sends it up top and an outstretch. Totten was unable to get it.
Great idea, though, from Lassiter. Just spotted the run of her number 9. Was just trying to clip it into that space just ahead of the penalty area. It was only inches away as well because it was a really good run.
Totten's onside. Fetty did just enough. Schubert picks up the pieces. Tia Schubert into the box. This is Tia Schubert. It's 2 for Schubert. It's 3 for Real Colorado, who are running rampant at the Swope Soccer Village.
And if you had to guess who it would be Tia Schubert. Been fantastic all evening long. She's got that magical wand of a left foot. Just always wants to get it onto this left foot. It's a clearance from the back, and look at the hold-up play here from Totten. Just been an animal. Loose ball falls to Schubert. She has one thought in her mind. Get it to my left foot and just smash it to the far corner. Wonderful goal.
6 goals now in 6 playoff games for Tia Schubert as she completes her brace. 2 goals in the space of 20 minutes, and Real Colorado are 3 goals to the good.
Good response from Nationals, straight up the other end of the pitch. They needed the goal, and they need one soon now. And that's always the danger this Real Colorado team possesses. Just a clearance, and there's 2 girls up top, Schubert and Totten. Cause all types of problems.
This Real Colorado side came into this match 8-0-2 in their last 10, looking to extend that streak and be U.S. Soccer Development Academy champions. They have to defend this corner kick to maintain their 3-goal cushion. Here to the top of the box, Fetty's shot is off target.
Just a loose ball on the edge of the area. I like her taking that shot on because there's so many bodies in the box. If she can keep that down, it might take a deflection. Just getting bounced up on her and skies it over. But it's a decent response from Nationals after conceding their 3rd. Lovely skill there from Lexi Porter. And that was a tight call there on the back line. AR gets it just right. But again, Lydia Totten with the layoff. How fantastic was that? She's been excellent, just holding up play, inviting her teammates forward into the attack, and just some poor timing on the next pass because should have released Haley Harnish into some space.
And now Eva Papista is going to come in, the hero of the semifinals, with that goal deep into stoppage time to defeat the San Jose Earthquakes. It was number 5 on SportsCenter's top 10. How can Papista affect this game?
Need a little bit of Papista magic here in this final stages of this second half.
But it's double 4 looking to do. Got it forward, almost onto the foot of Leonard. And here was the game-winning goal from the semifinals. As Papista shaped up to cross and in the end ended up being a gorgeous shot, nestling just inside the back post, as that put the Nationals into this final match. So what can Papista do here?
Started getting mixed up. Like to see that straight into the action. She's going to slot in over there at her right back position as well.
And now Shiloh Miller is going to come on for Alexis Wessler. Wessler was tremendous in the center of the park, doing all the dirty work that allows the front three to be as creative as they are. It also allows Bundy to get further forward as well. Wessler deserves so much credit for the work she's put in, not just in these 69 minutes, but all season long, so that those players could thrive, and she has thrived as well. And on comes Shiloh Miller, a player that Jared Spire said is probably the most technical player on this team.
Well, that's an impressive compliment considering what we've seen from the likes of Tia Schubert and Lydia Totten, as well as Addie Bundy. Technical in their own right, so not a bad option to bring off the bench Shiloh Miller. And you're right, Alexis Wessler. Talk about in the soccer game, they say you need someone to play the piano, but you need a few that'll carry the piano as well. She certainly did that, covering so much ground in the center of the park.
Totten. Schubert on a hat trick. Totten. I think she wanted Schubert to go there, and then ran out of ideas. Natalie. Wood getting forward. She's put in some quality services, Wood. She's taking the space, saw the gap. Natalie bowls over Beyer. She's gonna get a talking to from referee Nicole Green. She's gonna get a yellow card as well.
Well, there's some consistency there from the referee, because you saw that on the other end with the substitute coming in the game and throwing in a challenge that wasn't at all directed at the ball, and that's exactly what happened here. So you like to see that consistency from the referee. Here it is again. You could tell, not going for the ball there, just a shove in the back. Well spotted by the center ref.
It's Bucks free kick in the 72nd minute. About 3 minutes from the hydration break. Vanderven wins the first header and the second. Totten, Schubert, trying to find Harnish. Watson cuts it out.
Oh, the rare time Schubert's put a foot wrong. Totten screaming for the return there, and it was on.
Natalie with the flick on. That's a great first touch from Leonard, but Porter coming across and cutting it beyond Leonard. Forward for Totten. Oh, what a turn that is from Totten to get the ball away from Matthews.
She's been unreal in that target forward, and how about the classy defending at the back as well.
Now Shiloh Miller, her first real involvement going forward, and she finds Schubert. Gets to the byline and wins a corner kick.
Well, you know she's going to try and shift it on the left foot, but easier said than done trying to prevent her from doing so. This time it's a little hesitation move, like she's going to go inside and just knocks it around the defender. She's got the pace to get around as well. Good job recovering to block the cross and prevent the ball from going behind, but it does force another corner here.
Buck's gonna get into the box. Natalie is all over her as this ball comes in low. Looking for the flick on Miller. How did that stay out?
Unbelievable. It's a great save on the second attempt here. But first, it's off the crossbar. What a delivery in this near post header. Oh, no, flicked on, I should say. There's a save right on the doorstep that is fantastic, but what an effort at the near post from that delivery.
Watson, Wood, won by Vanderven. And with no advantage play, the ref will bring it back for the free kick.
That's something for Vanderven to just get her juices flowing. She rides the challenge well. Didn't affect her could hear the clack on her shin all the way up here, but strong enough to ride that challenge and got her eyes up as well, looking forward. Just wasn't anything on, so I like the advantage called back by the referee there.
I was just going to say, it was good refereeing from Nicole Green. Looked to see if she was going to have options, and when realized she didn't, she bought it back for the foul. And it's a good ball in the box. Lands for Schubert. This is Harnish, looking for a half yard of space. Found it, but couldn't find the back of the net.
Worrying for Nationals because Real Colorado are getting chance after chance here. Just don't seem to be letting up, and straight from the set piece, you mentioned it, wonderful delivery into the box, and credit to the sub there, Harnish. Just trying to create her own space for her own shot.
In these knockout stages, Real Colorado knocked off number 3 seed FC Dallas, number 1 seed LAFC Slammers, and now just over 15 minutes away from knocking off the number 4 seed Nationals and becoming the first ever champion of the U-16-17 Girls U.S. Soccer Development Academy. It's gotten a lot cooler here at the Swope Soccer Village, but I believe that we are going to be on the verge of the hydration break. But first, it'll be a corner kick for the Nationals. Can they pull one back and change the complexion of this game?
Good defending yet again. Lassiter, she's been a rock at the back, in that left back position. Staying step for step, stride for stride, and ushering out for a corner.
All but one player is up for this corner kick. It's a free header, and it's a tremendous save from Makowitz. Oh, hashtag that SC Top 10.
Save of the tournament. Just sticks a big right paw out there and landed awkwardly, as you could tell. What a save to keep this at 3-0, trying to earn her clean sheet here. It's a fantastic delivery into the box from the substitute. And Riley Fetty must have thought she scored. She must have. That ball is headed for the top corner. And all of a sudden, a big green glove from Haley Makowitz claws it out of the air.
You can understand why she's heading into the next U17 national team camp. Haley Makowitz with saves like that, and she keeps her side ahead by 3 goals at the hydration break. Unbelievable.
That is a sensational save. Don't know if I saw one better from any other goalkeeper, boys or girls, in this tournament. She's kept it at 3-0 here. And right into the hydration break as well, just giving Real Colorado even more of a boost.
And you can see the hugs that she's getting. Everybody's saying thank you, thank you, thank you.
Goalkeepers know, don't they? You see Emily Brown coming over. She knows how incredible that save was.
It was 1-0 at halftime. It was all to play for. How Real Colorado changed that just 46 seconds in. This one saved off the line from Watson. So unfortunate to have it bounce back up and hit her in the hands. And Schubert step up and buried it into the corner.
Dispatched it excellently there.
And then Schubert taking off again. It's a magical run and a lovely finish.
She's got a wand of a left foot. Always trying to get it onto that one, and you can see why. Just picks out the corner.
It's 3-0. Nationals right on the cusp of the hydration break. Thought that they had gotten themselves back into this match, but Haley Makowitz said no.
Simply sensational. That is a fantastic save, and she's trying to earn her clean sheet. That will go a long way.
As Maria Paveglio checks in. Paveglio committed to Providence University. Played up for the U19s. Was a sub against San Jose and a sub again here in the final. So Paveglio comes in for Leonard. Madelei's shot drifts wide of Makowitz's goal.
straight out of the hydration break on the front foot, and they have to be trailing by 3 goals. You'd like to see her cutting inside. Mojo Natalie got some good venom behind that shot as well. Just couldn't keep it on frame.
Matthews, Nationals continuing to pour forward. This is Paveglio. Driven across, it wasn't far off.
Trying to double down on her wonder goals here in the tournament.
Papista fizzing it just past the far post. Excellent effort from Eva Papista.
Looks like it's going to take something truly special to beat this goalkeeper in between the sticks for Real Colorado.
Looking to keep a 5th clean sheet in 6 playoff games. And their 18th of the season, Real Colorado. And once again, nobody except for them Skelves have scored on them in this tournament. It's the only goal was an own goal.
Remarkable defensive record for a knockout tournament.
They say defense wins championships, but the offense has been a big part of it as well. As it's been a full team performance for Real Colorado, not only tonight, but throughout the entire tournament as we're into the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, it would be tough to pick out an MVP from this game. Don't envy anyone making those type of decisions because, like you said, Real Colorado from back to front, been so many standouts in this one.
If there's one team that could turn a match like this on its head, it is the Nationals. This one intercepted by Vanderven. Beyer getting forward, looking for Totten. Matthews gets it away from Bundy. Yelich gets over to the far side, intercepted by Miller. Spins Paveglio. Tigerish work from Paveglio, but she'll be whistled for the foul.
It's not a bad foul to concede there from Paveglio because she knew she was beat. Beat with a lovely little drag back. So she just tugs at the shirt there of Shiloh Miller. But unfortunately, it breaks up the attack, but it also means a few more seconds tick off the clock here.
Back header was a dangerous one, but it skips all the way through into the arms of Butterwick. You can't really fault her for any of the goals, Butterwick. That first one took a really awkward bounce right in front of her. The dive was good.
Yeah,
that's got to be some punishment, if not more, for Vanderven, who stepped in front of the ball and stopped it taking quickly. The referee doesn't seem too concerned. She's done well today, the woman in the middle, Nicole Green. Was this one driven in on Makowitz, who will fall on it?
Well, you can't blame her, Papisa, for having the confidence to take that shot on, but again, it's going to take something special to beat Makowitz from that distance.
This is a Real Colorado side who has 2 other really good goalkeepers on the bench in Mackenzie Short and Sophia Worth. Their biggest problem as goalkeepers is that they're on the same team as Haley Makowitz. Another double change for Real Colorado. And it's Totten whose number's up. And if there is an MVP award, she would be in the running for it for sure.
She certainly would be. She was a handful all afternoon long into the evening. Lydia Totten. And here's another one. A bit of a curtain call for these two in attack for Real Colorado, and deservedly so. Tia Schubert, Lydia Totten. So fantastic. And it's their goals that have Colorado ahead and on the verge of a championship.
Sam Drilling comes in. Aurora, Colorado native, up from the U-15s. where she had 8 goals in 27 appearances, getting her second game here at the 16-17 level drilling. And what a time to get it. So it'll be another free kick for Buck. 6 minutes plus stoppage time away from 5 clean sheets in 6 playoff games for this Real Colorado side. Six minutes plus stoppage time away from beating 3 of the top 5 seeds to lift the first ever girls U-16-17 U.S. Development Academy title.
Well, you can't say they didn't earn it with the path they had to go through.
Well, it's not just FC Dallas Slammers and Nationals, also had to take care of NYCFC Reign Academy and Sky Blue PDA in the group stages. Bayer, their favorite position getting forward. Bayer into the box, still going Bayer, and great tracking back by Emily Matthews.
What a run from the right back there. A couple of times there, just toying with the defender. First of all, that touch around to just get herself into space, fantastic. Then she kept her run going, left her defender in the dust, and it took a last-ditch backtracking effort because she was bearing down on goal.
Inside the final 5 minutes of the entire U.S. Soccer Development Academy season, over 15,000 games, and Real Colorado looking to finish with a flourish. Miller getting back. Headed away by Watson. Vanderven. Bayer, or rather Jace Holmes shaping out to the near side.
So calm in possession, Vanderven. Like what she's added, coming on as a substitute with the lead. Just looking to keep the ball every time she gets it. I don't think she's misplayed a pass this entire second half.
Jace Holmes, one of 2 freshmen on this team alongside Lydia Totten. Buck is over in cover, gets it forward, bounces over the head of Harnish, cleared by Watson. Bayer steps in, drilling, battling, drilling, wins it, gets it off to Lassiter. Drilling continues to run into the corner. That's a great cross into the box. And good work by Emily Matthews not to allow the finish around the penalty spot.
She had to backtrack there because that was a wonderful cross from the left-hand side, and looked like there was 2 red shirts in the box creating problems.
It's a national side that continues to fight and battle and scrap. Emily Matthews has been the pinnacle of that. Has really epitomized what this Nationals team is all about, and the effort that they put into every game, as well as their skill and grace. Just came up against a Real Colorado squad that peaked in incredible fashion at the right time. Besser. Unable to turn. Addie Bundy.
Well, if she had a paintbrush on her shoes, Addie Bundy, she would have painted the whole field red here tonight. It's been absolutely everywhere.
Yelich. Can't get by Miller. We'll try a second time. Get it out wide. Papista trying to put it into the box. This one shielded out by Lassiter for a goal kick.
Good work again, Lassiter. Rarely has she been beaten down the left-hand side of their defense. It's been Just wonderful defending all evening long from Real Colorado. Despite the skill, technical ability, build-up play that Nationals have shown, Real Colorado has stood firm. And still streaming numbers forward here, Colorado, on the turnover.
Holmes. Inside for Bundy. Space for Harnish at the top of the box. This is Harnish. Tremendous save from Butterwick and her defense getting back to help her out in Eva Papista.
That's a great save because it looked like that first touch from Harnish was going to cause some problems. And this is a wonderful pass there. If anyone deserved an assist, Addie Bundy certainly does. That's actually the cover there. You're right. The defender coming over to block it before it gets to the goalkeeper. Wonderful work from Papista.
Fourth corner kick of the half for Real Colorado. Driven across, it skips all the way through. Bundy tracking it down on the far side. This is Miller, looking to make inroads. Find a little bit of space as there's going to be 5 minutes of stoppage time.
Look at the strength there from Shiloh Miller.
Was off of her last, but she did burn a good 30 seconds trying to hold it down in that corner.
Got an injury here on the near side of the pitch. I'd like to see that. Late on here, Alana Wood just suffering from a knock right in front of us.
And Alana Wood has worked so hard today. She was tremendous getting forward and putting in crosses as well as getting back and winning balls for her side. It's Real Colorado who continue to attack into stoppage time. Harnish bodied off the ball. One back and push from behind. Addie Bundy at it again. Zoe Bessert will be whistled for the foul.
It's a sore one as well, getting pushed into the cleats of another player. When that ball was loose in the center of the park and there was a red shirt coming onto it, just couldn't help but think it was going to be number 21.
It's Jace Holmes who's over it. Holmes, an excellent striker of the ball. Let's see what she does here. She goes for glory herself, and it's off the crossbar. Harnish, just wide.
Well, the keeper was stranded there. Butterwick could only helplessly look up at her crossbar, and it's still shaking from that set-piece delivery.
Fidel. Fetty coming forward. Is Wood getting worked on? Leonard. Vanderven there to mop up for Real Colorado. Just 3 minutes away now.
Colorado bench starting to sense impending championship ceremony here, cheering every little bit of play that the girls in red come away with.
Watson. Driven in. It cleared away with a stooping header by Buck, who's clattered into. Referee playing advantage. It's 3-on-4. That one played behind Harnish.
Just going for the killer blow there through the middle. Samantha drilling.
One back by Paveglio. Matthews, the heart of this national side. Back for Watson. Oh, how about that for a turn from Matthews? That's cleared away by Beyer. Harnish is chasing. Harnish wins it off of Fetty. Beyer making a run, and that is going to be a foul on Riley Fetty.
It's good work from the substitute, and you see why they brought them in. Fresh legs here at the end of the game. They haven't changed anyone along the back line, and you can see why. That back four has been immense all evening long, and just then there was a turn against Ashley Buck. Looked like that was the first time maybe she's been beaten all game, but who was there on the cover? Leah Beyer. They've just covered each other so well this entire night, this entire tournament.
On the verge of their 18th clean sheet in 34 games. I told you earlier I failed math, but I know that's over 50%.
It's more than half, I believe.
Jace Holmes hit the crossbar from this distance, has another go, and this time floats just over.
Well, the problem was this was a little closer, and she hit it the exact same as she did last time, straight off the crossbar, so she just wants it a little farther back. That's a hefty challenge here on the near side.
This one's going to go against Beyer. Now the referee's saying it's my fault. She'll change the call. Bessert whistled for the foul.
It's the right call. She's apologizing there for getting mixed up, referee.
We've played the minimum 5 minutes of stoppage time. Real Colorado is the first ever U-16-17 girls U.S. Soccer Development Academy champion. And look what it means. History for Real Colorado as they defeat the Nationals 3-0 in the inaugural championship match.
Look at that celebration. Bench emptying. What a run they went on. You talk about the teams they beat en route to this final, and then just the quality in attack for Real Colorado. They defended so stoutly throughout the game and just took their chances so well. Deserved winners here in this final.
This team went on a 9-0-2 run to claim this final, and at the end of the playoffs, it's the number 13 seed that stands alone as the U-16-17 U.S. Soccer Development Academy champions. Carter Augustine, this team had to put in a perfect match to defeat the Nationals, and they did so with gusto.
They did. Just about every player stepped up. The back four was immense the entire night. You get a huge save at a crucial time in the game from Haley Makowitz when it was still time enough for the Nationals, had they gotten that goal, to get back in the game. And then we talked about it. They have that stout base of a defense to build off, and they know they have some talented players up top. And Taya Schupert and Lydia Totten were just a handful all night long. Totten with a huge goal just before halftime. Real Colorado able to build on it in the second half.
This was a Real Colorado side on fire, but you can't say enough about the Nationals and everything they did to get here as well.
You can't. They had a wonderful season, Nationals. And this game was really tough to separate the two teams in that first half. Just that one moment of quality on that counterattack really gave Real Colorado something to work with. The Nationals just conceding as well so early on into the second half was such a killer blow for this team. They tried to find their way back in it. What a lovely moment to see Real Colorado sprint over to their family members and fans that have made the trek here from Highlands Ranch. And you see what it means to them. Just a culmination to a long season and a fantastic journey through these playoffs as well.
Well, we're going to have reaction from field level as well as the medal ceremony and the lifting of the trophy by Real Colorado. But for now, this is the culmination of over 15,050 U.S. Soccer Development Academy matches across both the boys and the girls. For one last time, I'm Mark Serber. For Carter Augustine, who did a tremendous job. For our production crew, John Doherty, Alex Bousquet, and everyone at U.S. Soccer, good night from Swope Soccer Village, where it finishes Real Colorado 3, Nationals 0. They are the champions in the first ever girls U-16-17 U.S. Soccer Development Academy season. Stay with us as we go pitch side for the celebrations and the ceremonies.
back, man.
Celebration for the Girls Development Academy U-16-17 Championship. Before we begin with the teams, I'd like to introduce our Director of Referee Programs, Rick Eddy, to acknowledge and honor the referees from tonight's game. Rick?
Thanks, Jared. I'd like to introduce the referee from Michigan, Nicole Green. Assistant referee from California, Melissa Gonzalez. Assistant referee from New Jersey, Katarzyna Wozniak. And fourth official from California, Eligio Araguain.
Well done. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Take a quick photo with them? Sure. Thank you, referee crew. As we look back at the first season, I think it's appropriate to say two teams that certainly earned their way to tonight's game. And two teams that came out with the right approach, ready to battle, and really left it all on the field tonight. To honor the runners-up Nationals, please come forward to accept your medals. like to invite technical advisor Katie Cole to come forward, please. So when you talk about streaks, a lot of times it's on the offensive end and the attacking side. And I think this group, as a unit, not just the goalkeeper, but the entire team, is riding a streak of clean sheets that they carried into tonight. Only one goal conceded, and that was in Oceanside in one game. And the last time before then they were scored on was in middle of May at some point. So a team that's certainly stuck together and that showed you everything they had tonight. We'd like to honor and congratulate Real Colorado on the first ever Girls Academy Championship for U-17. We'd like to invite the players to please come forward to receive their medals.
Other side, Katie, other side, other side. Yep, because they go towards the arch. Congratulations. You guys can go to the arch right here. I'll take a photo, okay? Congratulations. Well done. Congratulations. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you. Congratulations. Well done. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. Well done. Thank you. Congrats. Yeah, a little bit. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. Well done. Thank you. Well done. Congrats. Thank you. Congratulations. I'm so proud. Hold on. Thank you. Congrats. Keep that thing away from the trophy. Yeah. There's some damage there. Congrats. Thank you. Well done. Congrats. Congratulations. Congratulations. Thank you.
And we'd like to invite the coaching staff to come forward, please, to receive their medals and the Academy Championship plate. And to present the trophy to Real Colorado, Miriam Hickey and Katie Cole. Congratulations.
We're here with Taya Schubert of Real Colorado. Scored a goal in the semifinals, 2 in the final. What's it about these big games that brings out the best in you?
You know what? I think this is just the time to bring out like the best that you can, and I just wanted to bring it out for my team, and so I just took the chances that I could and made sure that I finished them for my team because we've worked really hard to get here, and so I guess I really wanted to score the goals that we wanted to get, so just to get us here. So yeah.
What's the reward like? You worked really hard to get here, win a championship, lifting the trophy. What does that mean for you to do with your teammates?
It's just one of the greatest moments I've ever had like in my life. Our team is just, we've worked so hard to get here, and we're just such an amazing team. We're all super close with each other. We're there for each other on and off the field, and so there's not a more deserving team than us to be getting this trophy right now. So I'm just super excited right now.
And what does it mean for your club in the first year of the Girls Development Academy to come all this way and win the championship?
It's just something that's never gonna really come again. I mean, it's the first year for DA, and so that's why we're like, gotta give it all we got, and this is just such a proud moment for our club and just for everyone watching, and so we just, you know, put it all out there, so yeah.
Thank you, congrats.
Thank you.